Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another review of The Queen's Umbrella. This was another great episode. The contest is still going, so all of the princes are still doing what they need to do, except for the two youngest ones. Not only they dropped out, but they were just having fun. For SimSo, my goodness, I feel bad for him. I'm gonna talk about that. And the battle between Grandma and the Queen is still going, so let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to it. So let's start at the beginning. The king finds out that his mom orchestrated the attack on SeongNam. And the question was he willing to punish his mom? So he went into her room, vented out his anger, and asked why. This is where Grandma did some evil acting. She acted like she was sick after the queen gave her a poisonous plant, which was true, but it was given to her as a warning and Grandma never took it in any way possible. And she acted like she was angry at the king for blaming her for orchestrating an attack to kill her own grandson. The king, I feel bad for the guy, man. He is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Whenever he chooses a side, the other side blames the other side and vice versa. And then Consort Tae visit the grandma because she heard that she was sick, but Grandma took this opportunity in showing support for BoGeom, which makes sense because BoGeom went to the grandma and asked her for help to take the throne. This actually made Wonhyung and Consort Wang a little worried because there was a rumor going around that Grandma was supporting BoGeom, and for the first time ever, I was actually happy of what Wonhyung said to the grandma. He called her a greedy old bitch. But then we find out that Grandma is only using Consort Tae so she won't have blood on her hands this time. Now let's not forget the contest is still going. First, let's start with GyeSeong. He went into Hamdok's house to try to get him to go back to the palace, but he wasn't there. In his quarter, he found military strategies in a Buddhism book, and he found prints of the Eastern Palace on his wall. Eventually, he approached Hamdok, told him, "I gotta bring you back to the palace," but he refused until some guards came and took him away because he is framed for murder. Eventually, we find out that it was GyeSeong who orchestrated this whole thing. GyeSeong was the one that killed the guy that Hamdok had a confrontation earlier, framed it on Hamdok just to get him back to the palace. So yeah, he has his own dirty way of doing things. But then, GyeSeong, when he was about to head to the cave and there was a pathway, it got blocked. Now for SeongNam and BoGeom, they're still trying to get Gyeonggu to go back to the palace, so nothing new really happened, except we get cute moments between SeongNam and Chonga. And I think Chonga fell for him even more when she found out that SeongNam was getting the counting sticks for a little girl. And then for SimSo, my goodness, I feel so bad for the guy. So he came back. He got robbed. He's hungry. He barely started the contest, but he wanted to go back home. But the guards wouldn't let him enter. So his mom went to him, pretty much berated him and told him, "Hey, you gotta continue with the contest. I don't care what state you're in." And just left him. Luckily, Lady Shin and the queen saved him and fed him, but then his mom came in, angry, flipped the table with the food, and pretty much said some bad things like, "I regret ever giving birth to you." I'm like, she can't be serious. To make matters worse, two bad things happened. One, SimSo tried to hang himself. And then here comes his mom acting worried. I'm like, oh, now you want to act like a mom. And then the second thing that happened, SimSo's mom went into the queen's quarter and found a portrait of GyeSeong as a woman and gave it to Consort Hwang and told her to use it to your advantage. Now what SimSo's mom want in return? Pretty much revenge on the queen. What I found funny is the king is like pretty much every husband in this world. Are you going to listen to your mom or are you going to listen to your wife? And I feel bad for the guy because it's like whenever he hears something bad about his mom, it's like, he's heartbroken, but at the same time, it's his mom. You know what I mean? He's stuck in the middle. And speaking of moms, the queen continues to prove that she is mother of the century. All of the other moms should look at the queen as an example of how a mom should act and be like. And a big example of that is what happened to SimSo. I mean, when the mom found out that SimSo almost killed himself, I'm like, now you want to act like a mom. But the queen acted more like a mom than she did. But I'm also worried about GyeSeong. I mean, now that the portrait was found out by SimSo's mom, and now Consort Hwang knows about it, she's definitely going to use it to her advantage, and I can only imagine what's going to happen. Not only to the queen, but also to GyeSeong. He could be exiled. He could be killed. The queen could be exiled. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the review and the episode. Is there anything I might have missed? Please leave in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.